What do you guys think of cider?
Cider?
Yeah, cider.
I'm not a big fan.
I like cider.
I thought I used to be a fan, and as I've grown older, I'm like, I think I'm good actually.
It's hard
Really?
for me to
Yeah.
just drink because, like, you know, when I'm drinking beer, the intention is that, like, okay, maybe I'll have one, but like if I'm having like a long night,
Yeah.
I'll be drinking like 4 beers, right? That's a lot of sweet drink to consume for me.
Well, that's
Yeah.
why I can only drink dry ciders now. Like the dry,
Right.
because like the
More
sweet,
bitter.
yeah, because the sweetest ciders, like it might be nice to like maybe start off, but
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
can't have a whole night with sweet ciders.
Also, like if you really have like the traditional cider, so like I remember when I was in Bristol Uni, we'd have like some specialist cider places, and you know, I was like, cool, let's try some traditional cider. Traditional cider lit like that is made like the traditional way. Some of them just smell like feet. Like, isn't like I don't know I don't know what the traditional way to make cider is, but I'm pretty sure they just left some apples in a fucking barrel for months and
then
just let them
smushed
ferment
it down with like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
bare foot. That's probably why it smells like feet.
Yeah.
Just bare feet just crushing these
But
apples.
that
down.
wasn't even the worst part. Some of them were just like lukewarm. You know, some of
Oh.
them. You know,
In the UK, I think you'd often get served pretty warm beers and ciders.
yeah.
It's generally
I
a bit warm.
don't
Yeah.
understand warm beers.
Well, it's not warm. Okay, not warm. Sorry, but like it's not. I wouldn't.
That
describe
is
it-
not a hot take, Joey.
I know it's not a
I wouldn't
hot take.
describe
I
it as
just
cold.
don't get it.
Yeah.
I've had it before, and I'm just like,
Do you want to?
Why?
I think the
Unchilled
Okay,
is the
I'm
thing.
gonna. Paul Moonan's gonna fact check this. I'm pretty sure the idea is that warm beer is much easier to drink more of than a colder beer.
hold on, I'm just gonna look at the window real quick just to make sure.
And maybe I'm just, if I was a bar owner, I would want people to drink more beer.
I don't think people need convincing in the UK to drink more beer.
That's true. We fact checking this?
Sure, that's true.
For the flavor.
Flavor, okay.
Just for the flavor.
I'm pretty sure that, like, if the
That's why our
alcohol
flavor's
is warmer,
broken.
doesn't it go to your head quicker? Like, it gets in
You're
your
just
blood-
making shit up now. I swear to fuck.
I'm pretty sure if the beer or alcohol is warmer or room temp, it gets in your bloodstream quicker than it does if it's cold.
So what you're saying is like
absorb.
hot wine will get around your body quicker than like a cold glass of white wine.
Yeah, of course.
Anecdotally,
I don't know,
this
man.
is complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Try it. No, Google it.
They get me
We are
just
fact-
as
we're
fucked
fact-
up.
we're
Okay,
fact
okay.
checking it right now.
Anecdotally,
No, but when you put the window, just say no.
anecdotally, like they say that you get more drunk when you drink on a plane because of the high altitude and stuff. I think that's true.
I'll test it tonight. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Actually, one time, because I normally, if I'm going on a plane right after this, so I guess I'll probably just have a beer before I fall asleep because it's the worst feeling is drinking a bunch of beer, and then you don't go to bed for like 4 hours, and then you go to bed, and you're like, oh god, I go to sleep. Because your body's like trying to digest all of it. I was on this flight one time, and I don't know why. I asked for an alcohol-free beer because I had a meal, and I was like, yeah, I want the taste of beer without alcohol.
But that's not the taste of beer.
No. I've been trying to swap out beer for non-alcoholic lately.
Yeah.
And I know it's
What happened to you, bro?
Well, listen, I'm sure calories. It's mainly
Just
calories.
don't drink beer.
Well, no. Sometimes you're in the mood where everyone's having a beer and you want to join in, but you don't want to have the alcohol. So I'll just get the non-alcoholic version because it scratches the same like beer taste.
That's copium, bro.
No, genuinely,
It doesn't taste the same. In my opinion.
In my opinion, it doesn't taste.
It doesn't taste the same, but it's close enough where like I feel like if I'm around everyone and everyone's beering, I'm like, all right, well, I feel like I'm part of it.
No, just
And 0 carbs and 0 calories.
No, I think it tastes metallic.
just drink a seltzer at that point, man.
I just don't want the calories.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Yeah, drink a seltzer. 'cause
Yeah.
less
Yeah, but
calories.
they still have 100 calories. I want 0. I want 0. I don't want the alcohol as well. Sometimes I just don't want the alcohol mainly as well because I'm like, man, I got to do shit tomorrow.
But to preface, this is not us giving shit to our mate for not wanting
Guys,
to drink
I'm
alcohol.
feeling really peer pressured right now.
Speak for yourself. I'm definitely shaming
This is
him
not
right now.
what this is not what is happening. But I'm trying to make you the argument.
Listen, we booze and schmooze a lot. You know, we have beers occasionally, and I just kind of figured I was like, man, if I'm gonna drink, which ends up happening like once a week at least in Japan, like if I can just change one of those days to being no alcohol, I'm like, okay, well, maybe my body will thank me a little bit more for it.
Oh no, I completely agree.
Totally.
And it's like I said, like it's not the exact same taste, but it's close enough for me where I'm like, okay, it just about gets that itch of beer. Although, man, does it give me like the grossest smelling mouth and burps. For some reason, non-alcoholic beer, at least the Japanese ones, smell horrific.
Yeah.
They smell like coins.
It's awful.
I don't know what.
It's like metallic.
I burp and I like nearly vomit.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gross.
like,
Yeah.
It's like, but it's only 100 calories.
No, it's zero.
What?
It's 0 calories and 0 carbs.
Wait, non-alcoholic beer in Japan?
The Suntory All Free and the
Green Label?
Asahi. No, Green Label is alcoholic. The non-alcoholic Asahi and Suntory have 0 carbs. Well, I think 2 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
Or 1. I don't know what it was. And 0 calories. And 0 alcohol. And 0 sugars. I mean, so it's like a Coke Zero for alcoholics.
Just fucking drink water at the end of the day.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm like, I've heard of that before.
No. But like, it's like, again, like you want to be a part of it, and sometimes it feels kind of lame to order a fucking water when everyone else has got beer. But like, at least
Order a sparkling water.
Okay.
That's
Okay. All right. Pedantic.
I don't
guy.
know, man. I don't fucking judge if someone's like that at a hangout. It's like, all right, you know what? Like,
That's a good group. Some people do.
I don't judge. I'm not judging your stance on not
You're
wanting to drink
judging the
alcohol.
taste.
I'm judging the fucking taste of non-alcoholic beer,
Yeah.
which
It's not bad,
I've
though.
had enough times at like this when I've tried to make the same decisions,
Yeah.
and I don't know. It's kind of like being cucked by beer because like you think you're having beer,
No.
but like it's just not the same fullness.
It's like
and
I'm
richness
drinking
of taste.
Yeah, I'm
I-
drinking beer, but it's not getting.
Controversial.
Okay.
I've been drinking. I think non-alcoholic Asahi tastes better than Asahi.
Do you just not like beer?
What the fuck? Are you
Do you know? Do you not
I
like?
love beer.
Okay.
How dare you, God? How dare you say I don't like beer? It's the one thing in life I love, God.
Dude, you just, I don't know. Because for me, I either want a good tasting whatever, like a good tasting beer, or I don't want it at all. Like I remember like Connor, every time we'd hang out early on, you'd drink the green labels, which is like the low calorie beer.
It's awful beer.
Right? And it tastes awful.
Yeah.
It tastes fucking
That was
awful.
mainly because I wanted to get, at that time, it's like trying to get to the drunk vibe.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do it without murdering my body. But it would come at the cost of just having the worst tasting beer.
Yeah.
It's actually legally not recognized as beer in Japan. Because of the way it's made, it can't be called beer.
Really?
And it's so shit. It's called hopshu.
A happoshu. Yeah.
Happoshu. It's not like, it can't, I don't think it can legally be called and referred to as beer.
No, it's referred to as happoshu.
Which, what does that mean? And
Happoshu just means like bubbly alcohol.
yeah, right? Like it's I guess it's kind of like, it's the closest you'll get to like the calories of non-alcoholic beer, but keeps the alcohol.
It's like Hasbro's My First Beer.
But I actually
basically.
think that the alcohol in that, because the beer tastes so bad, the alcohol makes it taste worse. But
Right.
at least because the non-alcoholic isn't alcoholic, it's just like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like for me, how can I say this? Does beer taste good?
I love the taste of beer.
I don't know. Okay,
love
I
it.
do not know. Okay, genuinely, I do not know if I like the taste of beer because it tastes good, or if because I've like beer pilled myself into thinking it tastes good. You know, because okay, every kid remembers their first sip of beer.
Yeah.
Right, and you remember that first sip of beer, and you're like,
Yeah, but as a kid, you would only eat fucking chicken nuggets if I gave them to you, Khan.
do you remember the exact point you
no, I
started
know.
liking beer?
I do remember there was a turning point around like the age of like 20 where I started to think, this is pretty refreshing.
For me, it wasn't until I moved to Japan and I had Japanese beer that I realized, wow, Australian beers taste like dirt. And I was like, wow, this is actually good beer.
Japan also
Holy
loves
shit.
like lagers and pilsners, like
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
also like, I mean, Asahi and is like, it's like water.
Yeah, but because like my first like reaction, or I guess like my initial reaction to beer, or what I thought was like, this is what all beer tastes like, is fucking VB. Which is like the worst.
I mean, you
the
have
absolute
to, you have
worst.
to start with the worst so you can appreciate.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know, you have to have some.
But in my brain, I was like, oh, if this is what all beer tastes like, then I don't think I ever want to drink beer ever again. And then when I, came to Japan and I started drinking all the Japanese brands, I was just like, oh, this is actually like kind of nice.
yeah, I think I remember telling my parents, like, I'm never going to drink alcohol. It tastes so bad. And then they laughed at me.
Yeah.
And then years later, they keep bringing it up.
Yeah, my dad laughed at me, and he was just like, "You're Australian, son. You're gonna drink." It's like, if you are my son, you are going to drink.
God.
I mean, yeah, I just love the taste of beer. I wish that there was more non-alcoholic beers that tasted good, so I wouldn't feel bad about drinking them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I could have a beer on this occasion, but I'm like, man, I just don't want to have alcohol. It's like, fuck it, but I love the taste of beer itself. But only really beer. I never really like want to drink. I never ever want to fucking drink spirits. They're fucking disgusting.
I don't think I like beer enough to the point where I just want the taste of beer. But
I want the taste of
effects
beer,
it.
but I don't want alcohol.
I don't love beer as much.
Fuck, I love the bitterness. I love the carbonation. I love the kind of hoppiness of it. It's just and it goes well with food so well. Any food you have tastes so good with beer.
Or fried food.
Fried food, but anything really. I think anything tastes good
Pub
with beer.
food.
And you tell me any food, I'll say it tastes good with beer.
Sushi.
I think it tastes great with beer.
No.
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 It's too light, man. It's too light.
No.
Yeah.
I think it tastes good.